accounting for corporation subscription of shares. There are times when a corporation sells its shares directly to investors on a subscription basis. So last time yung mga topic natin is about issuance of share capital, and meron tayong issuance of share capital for cash. Meron din tayong topic na issuance for share capital for non-cash consideration. So pwedeng instead of cash yung marireceive ni corporation, pwedeng intangible asset or tangible asset or services. Ngayon naman, ito, issuance of share capital pa din, pero through subscription of shares naman. Pwede kasing maging shareholder si investor through subscription basis. So, ano ba yung subscription basis na yan? Ang subscription basis is supported siya ng subscription contract. The subscription contract is a legally binding contract which provides for the number of shares subscribed, the subscription price, the terms of payment, and other conditions of the transaction. So, ibig sabihin, kapag si investor is gusto niyang makakuha ng share ni corporation, pwede siyang mag-proceed on a subscription basis. And yung subscription basis is supported siya ng subscription contract. A subscriber becomes a shareholder upon subscription, but the stock certificates evidencing ownership of shares of stock are not issued until the full collection of the subscription. Okay, ibig sabihin lang nito, kapag si subscriber, kapag nag-takes place na yung subscription, si subscriber magiging shareholder na ni corporation. Pero yung stock certificate, which is yung stock certificates, yun yung proof ng ownership ng shares ni corporation, is makukuha lang ni subscriber until or after ng full collection ng subscription ng share. So, ibig sabihin, kapag nag-subscribe siya, shareholder na siya upon subscription. Pero, wala pa siyang hawak na stock certificate, which is yung stock certificate, yun yung proof ng ownership of shares ni corporation. Dahil makukuha niya lang yung certificate na yun after ng full collection ng kanyang subscription. Okay, meron tayo ditong sample problem. So, illustration, for further discussion ng accounting for corporations subscription of shares. So, meron tayong sample problem dito. Antonio Bakery has authorized capital consisting of 25,000 shares of 9% cumulative preference shares and 100 peso par value, and 25,000 shares of ordinary shares, 30 peso par value. So, dalawang klase ng shares yung ini-issue ni Antonio Bakery, preference and ordinary. Record the following transactions in a general journal. Okay, letter A, receive subscriptions to 12,000 shares of preference shares at 103 pesos per share with a down payment of 50% subscription price. Letter B, receive 30% subscription price. And letter C, receive 20% of subscription price from all subscribers and issue the stock certificates. Okay, so mga transactions ito na subscription, and ang requirement is journal entries for letter A, B, and C. Letter A, receive subscriptions to 12,000 shares of preference shares at 103 pesos per share with a down payment of 50% of the subscription price. So, ito ay yung gagawin natin is journal entry to record yung subscriptions. To record subscription of shares, so ito yung magiging entry natin. Debit subscription receivable at subscription price. Credit subscribed share capital at par value. Credit the share premium for the excess of subscription price over subscribed share capital. So, ganito yung magiging entry natin for letter A. So, para magawa yung journal entry for letter A, ang kailangan natin gawin is, ang una, i-determine natin yung subscription price. So, subscription price is subscribed shares. Okay, determine muna natin yung subscription price. Subscription price is yung number of shares subscribed, which is 12,000 shares times the subscription price, which is 103. 12,000 times 103 equals 1.5 236 million. Ang sabi din sa letter A, merong down payment na 50%. So, kailangan din natin determine yung down payment na na-receive ni Antonio Bakery for the subscription of shares. Down payment is 50% ng subscription price. 50% ng 1.236 million is 618,000 pesos. Okay, mag-proceed na tayo sa journal entry. First, yung na-receive na down payment ni Antonio Bakery, debit cash, 618,000 pesos. Recall natin yung problem, sabi, receive subscriptions with a down payment of 50% of the subscription price. And down payment is 618,000 pesos. Debit, subscription, receivable. Okay, at what amount? Ang sabi, subscription price. Pero nagkaroon na kasi ng down payment yung subscriber upon subscription. So, ibig sabihin, nabawasan na yung utang ni subscriber upon subscription ng shares. 1.236 million minus 618,000 equals 618,000 pesos. Credit, subscribe, anong capital ang sinubscribe? Preference. Subscribe, preference, share, capital, at what amount? Sabi, at par value. So, kukunin natin is yung par value ng shares, subscribe, which is 12,000, times yung par value ng preference shares, which is 100 pesos. 12,000 times 100 pesos. So, that is 1.2 million pesos. Credit, share premium. Ang sabi, excess of subscription price over subscribed share capital. Subscribe price ng shares is 1.236 million. Subscribe preference share capital at par value is 1.2 million. Therefore, yung difference nan is yung share premium 36,000 pesos. Letter B. Receive 30% of the subscription price from all subscribers. So, ibig sabihin, yung 1.36 million, 30% daw dyan is na-receive ni Antonio Bakery under transaction B. So, debit cash, at what amount? Subscription price, which is 1.236 million, times the rate, which is 30%. So, yung amount na na-receive ni Antonio Bakery under transaction B is 30% ng subscription price, 370,800 pesos. Credit, subscription, receivable, 370,800 pesos. Okay. At this point, after ng transaction B, ang balance ng subscription receivable is, una, meron ditong 618,000. Tapos, no, sa letter B, nagkaroon ng collection, which is 30% ng subscription price, amounting 370,800. So, ibabawas natin, debit 618, nag-credit 370.8. Therefore, yung balance niya, or yung balance ng subscription receivable, after transaction B is 618 minus 370.8 thousand, which is ang amount ay 247,200 pesos. So, ito na lang yung balance ng subscription receivable after transaction B. Proceed na tayo sa letter C. Receive 20% of the subscription price from all subscribers and issued the stock certificates. Okay, naka-receive ulit ng collection. Debit, cash. At what amount? 1.236 million times the rate, which is 20%. Okay. Ang amount na na-receive ni Antonio Bakery under transaction C is 247,200 pesos. Credit subscription receivable 247,200. After transaction letter C, ang balance ng subscription receivable is 247,200 from dun sa previous na na-compute natin minus yung credit ngayon, which is same amount, is 0 na lang. 0 na. Ibig sabihin, fully paid na yung subscriber sa kanyang subscribed shares. And kapag fully paid na si subscriber, i-issue na ni Antonio Bakery yung stock certificates. Remember dito sa statement na discussion natin kanina, a subscriber becomes a shareholder upon subscription. But the stock certificates evidencing ownership over shares of stock are not issued until the full collection of the subscription. Balik tayo sa problem. So, fully collected ng subscription receivable, ibig sabihin, makukuha na ni subscriber yung stock certificates. And yung stock certificates, yun yung proof na owner niya, siya yung owner ng shares ni Antonio Bakery. So, to record issuance of shares or issuance of stock certificates, debit the subscribed share capital, credit share capital account. Okay, letter D. Debit, subscribe, preference, share capital. At what amount? E di yung dun sa entry natin kanina, ito, yung 1.2 million pesos. Credit, preference, share capital, 1.2 million pesos.